Today I'm joined by Alltech Managing Director Iggy Tan. Iggy, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Sam, for having me.
So to begin with, Iggy, in recent announcements, Alltech highlighted success with battery materials alumina coating technology. Are you able to tell us more about these latest developments?
Yeah, as we announced before, we had some success of coating graphite materials with our high purity alumina. Basically, our alumina coating technology has proven to be very successful. Now, just to give you a bit of a background, Sam, on why this is important for the future of lithium batteries, I'm not sure whether you're aware that in a lithium battery, before a customer even gets the battery, you lose about 10% of lithium in that battery. It becomes inactive. And this is called the first cycle loss capacity. Now imagine 10% of your lithium becomes inactive before the customer even gets the battery. Now the industry has been trying to resolve this problem for many, many decades because if you can resolve this problem, then your battery immediately is 10% more energy density and your life of the battery extends out. Now, the industry believes that coating graphite materials with alumina will resolve this problem. And what it does is when you coat alumina with it, it just preforms this layer and it stops the lithium from absorbing into the SEI layer. And so this is the benefit of it. So we had recent successes with the graphite coating. And we also announced recent success of silicon coating. So we also use the same technology to coat silicon particles. Now, you would have seen that Tesla has announced in their vision that their anodes of the future will contain more silicon. Why is that important? Because silicon has 10 times the capacity of graphite. But there is a big problem because silicon expands 300% and has a higher first cycle loss than graphite. So the potential for silicon is there, but the industry has to overcome some of these major challenges. And also they believe that coating silicon with alumina will resolve some of those challenges. And we recently were able to show that we can coat silicon particles with a very thin layer of alumina, and we are in the process of testing that in half battery cells. So we will report some of the results down the track, but we've already done some tests for the graphite part, and we've announced that the results look very promising.
Thanks for that, Iggy. Now, Alltech also appears to be progressing the commercial development alongside R&D work with the announcement of a pre-feasibility study of a battery materials coating plant in Germany. Are you able to give us some more details on that?
Yeah, we realize how important this technology is for the future of lithium-ion batteries. Essentially, if this works, it'll be a big game changer for the lithium battery industry. So we've announced that we are going to do a pre-feasibility study for a battery materials coating plant in Saxony in Germany. As you know, we have an option to purchase some land, industrial land in the state of Saxony. And recently we announced that the first train of this plant will be coating 10,000 tons per annum of graphite material. So the idea is that we would get customers graphite, we would coat the graphite with our alumina using our coating technology, and then the product will then go to the end users in the lithium battery industry. So the first train is 10,000 tons per annum of graphite, and then we will be looking at the next train where we will be using our technology to coat silicon particles.
Wow, certainly a lot happening. Finally, one more question. Alltech's recently signed a collaboration agreement with a leading German-based graphite producer, SGL Carbon. What exactly does this deal mean for Alltech?
Yeah, as you know, the lithium battery story will be a lot about Europe in the next decade. I guess the development of lithium batteries has been predominantly Asia, China, and Japan, but we believe the next part of the story will be Europe. Europe has announced that there will be 500 kilowatt hours of battery production capacity being built. And all these battery capacities is really to feed into the EV industry. Now, as you know, because of regulations, all the European car manufacturers are now moving very quickly to electric vehicles. And the whole Europe strategy is that they don't want to be reliant on raw materials or battery production coming from outside. They want to be independent, and they want a lot of their materials to be sourced within Europe. And we recently announced a collaboration agreement with SGL Carbon, one of the largest European graphite producers. And they are obviously interested in our coating technology, where we can coat their graphite material with this alumina layer, which then feeds into the battery industry. So besides the SGL Carbon agreement, we've also have a collaboration agreement with Ferroglobe, one of the largest silicon producers in Europe. And again, they're interested in their silicon being coated with our alumina. And what we have is two important partners, potentially offtake partners, where we can coat the materials and their materials being supplied to the European battery industry. So we have a very exciting period ahead of us.
Thank you so much for those insights, Iggy. It's been really great chatting with you, and we look forward to hearing more from you soon.
Thank you for having me, Sam.